Evening, everyone. This is the Depressed Eeyore, and welcome back to Labyrinth of Touhou. Got a little bit of a backlog, but I decided to go ahead and do some more recording. I actually got a request about how to get this game. I did reply. Unfortunately, due to the fact that Mega Upload is down, it took some work to figure out how to get a working thing to work. Sorry, that didn't really make sense. A working game. Well, actually, it's not the issue of getting a working game, it's getting a working and translated game. But through my testing and stuff, I did get a slightly different version of this game. It's still version 3.01, which is the latest as far as I know. I'll go ahead and show off one of the things right now. As you can see the words. Look, it's English. The other thing is the floor titles are not running off the screen anymore, as far as I can tell, so I'll probably show those off real quick. But first, I'm going to go to here just to turn off the music. I will mention that this game actually can be bought, but the only place you can buy it is off of a Japanese website. Since I cannot read Japanese, I have downloaded this game, and the only thing I've done on their actual site is download the patch. So, this game is technically pirated. I don't truly, I'm not for piracy. It's just the only reason I downloaded it is simply because they don't have an English site for me to go and purchase their game. If they did, I would probably do it. I would do so immediately. So that's kind of the issue with a lot of the Touhou games and a lot of the fan-made Touhou games is there's no English market for it. So, or at least an English-speaking market for it. So I've kind of had to rely on just downloading. Some people are kind enough to do purchase for you, but I kind of don't trust that. And I could technically try to figure my way through by following a YouTube tutorial, just click on the links they click on. But I feel iffy about doing it like that. Not that I have anything against foreign companies or anything, but most big game foreign companies are at least kind enough to give me an English site for me to go through. So until they get me an English site, this is going to be just a downloaded copy of the game. Just letting you guys know. Hopefully you guys are fine with that. So, let's see, what was the last thing we did? I believe we fought Suwaku was the last thing, but first I'm going to go ahead and go through each floor and just show the titles of them. Floor 1 is the road hewn from nature. There's definitely a better way to do this. Let's see, we'll do it in order, why not? Floor 2 is the passage where ice fairies lose their way, hence why they've referred to us or now. Let's see, back to Gensokyo. Another space. Floor 3. The Fortress City Liamond. That sounds about right. Alright. Another space. Sorry if I'm going a little fast, I kind of want to get on with the game. The cathedral where life and death gathers. Or, actually I think it's not plural. The cathedral where life and death gather. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, back to Gensokyo. Another space. Fortunately we don't have a floor... Well, actually, yeah, we do. Floor 5. The Sake scented lakeshore from the forest... I'm guessing shrine. Sorry, the last part is running off. So it's not totally perfect. It is one of the bugs that they mentioned in the readme for the English patch. And let's go to floor 6. The autumn of falling leaves and shining harvest. Another space. And we'll do floor 7. Road to the Globe, which this one we actually knew what it meant, because it was short enough a title. Now let's go to floor 8. The Silencing Veil of Darkness. Alright, so now we're back up to where we need to be. I'll just go ahead and just head straight to the left, and just keep recording. Sorry about that slow introduction, I kind of wanted to explain things. I'm glad that some people have showed interest in the game, that they want to get a hold of it. So if you guys want to play along with it, if enough people ask, I'll just make a video of explaining the steps of how to do it. Well, compared to what I had to go through for the first time to get this game, it's less complicated, but the issue is that since Mega Upload is down, it's a little more difficult to find the right links. unless you're willing to go through torrent sites, or you happen to have like or unless you're like registered on certain things like Eco Hunt or whatever it's called. But I'm not registered to those sites, and I don't plan to. So that kind of limited my options. But I did go through all the steps that I did mention to the person, and it does work, and I now have a working game. Also, this version I have, you guys don't know about yet, but there's actually, the one I was playing on originally has a bug, an actual game-stopping bug. It doesn't stop you from doing the main first 20 floors. It's the issue of getting to floor 21. It's completely blocked off on the version I was playing on, and the only way I got around it is by going onto a different version, taking the stairs, and then finding a safe spot so I can a checkpoint for me to use, and then transfer my save back to the original game. But I don't have to do that now. I'll point it out once I get further along. It'll be a while. It's 4:20, so I guess it's enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get this started. Actually, let me cut that off the video because I did forget an important thing. So be right back, guys. And we're back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to change the music. Go figure. But all I did was I went back to here and went to the left. You missed one random encounter. So there you go. Let's go ahead and just clear out this area. We did finish off Suwaku, so the only thing we have left now is just the ghost that Komachi mentioned. So besides, those will require a little bit of preparation, but at least those are boss icons, so we don't have to worry about being just ambushed. Alright, looking good. We've got most of this floor explored. It's just, wide open. It's big. It's wide open, so it does take a little bit. Perfect. Alright. Oh, another cloak with a bat. Nice. Do I even need more? I think I have so many of these now that I don't even, require them. Also, note that I do have Suwaku in our party. She's gonna be kind of my boss cheeser, I guess you can say. There's a few bosses that you can actually just completely paralyze permanently with Suwaku. And I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her permanently. I might, because I do recall I took Suwaku through the majority of the game, but I didn't take her to the very, very last parts. Simply because I replaced her with other characters that can do the job. So, yeah. I think I have clarified everything. Sorry, I'm just checking my formation again. I'm getting less and less characters I don't really use, so now it's not really a big issue to put just fodder in my front row to drain their stamina points. But yeah. Okay, that did alright damage. I think those blue sorcerers do nature damage. Swap in you. Just clearing out this stuff. And we missed a spot. You may think it's like, oh, it's just one spot, but that one spot could have an event, or a boss. So I do intend on killing the rest of the ghosts on this floor. We already have the checkpoint to the next floor, so you guys know that there's no boss guardian for this floor. We could have skipped over Suwaku and all the ghosts. The only thing we might have had to run into is maybe Nitori, but that's just random. Alright. Clearing out. Cleaning house. Alright. I forgot to swap. That's my bad. Just focus. Alright. Storm of Mount O. Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and swap you out. You can go in. be a very long dead end. Oh, and I did get a comment asking about Civ 5. I am still considering it. It seems to record just fine. I did record a little bit of a session with my friend on over multiplayer, and the only frame rate issues I had on there was due to it wasn't due to the fraps. It was due to the fact that just, you know, connection and stuff like that. So I could record it by myself as a single player game easily enough if I choose to. I'm still deciding on how exactly I would go about doing that, like just kind of the method of what I would do. I could just do plain games, I guess, but I don't know. But I'm not going to deal with any of that until at least after I have done a few more. I have spring break this week, but I'm going to be working on a lot of projects throughout spring break, so I don't really want to deal with any new YouTube projects until I get my issues with my 2 projects situated. So you guys are going to have to wait a little while for any Civ 5 at least. I will still do Labyrinth of Touhou, and I did record some. I am still recording Dungeons of Redmore. My random runs of that. Alright. Found ourselves a death thing. Alright, you have death resistance. You have death resistance. Just getting all the people that have death resistance up. That'll be you and you. Sorry if I'm just rambling. I kind of just talk about whatever. I practically just give updates of my situation on every video, even though they'll probably be out of date nowadays, because I have a backlog of videos. But, you know. Oh, can't use her. Yeah, I can use her. She'll just soak the first hit. Settling an evil ghost. Komachi. Begin exorcism. Ow. Alright. Now that that's out of the way. Let's swap in Iku. Swap in go ahead and swap in you. And go ahead and do Mount Breaker. Or some blood taps. I got poisoned. That's alright. Thundercloud Sickle back. Good, you didn't get paralyzed. Knock out in 3 steps. Oh, that's not good. Instant death. See? There it is. At least I got to show it off. So yeah, that's an issue. Issue. That's weird. 6,000 damage, nice. Alright. Swap in, being a little reckless here, but that's alright. Okay, not good. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. I'm being very sloppy here, sorry guys. Damage, okay. Not good. Alright, we need another character. How much time I have? My Ray. Raw damage. Swap in. Yeah, this is very sloppy of my usual caliber. That's alright. You have no guts. Just punch it. I hit for 1800. Awesome. Return to Animanimus. 2800. Mystic damage to do, alright. I want you to focus. I want you to heal yourself. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. That was awful. Alright, that's another ghost down. I don't even remember how many we've done. Unfortunately, it's been a little while. After I got that backlog, I kind of just took a break from this game. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just off camera, going back, recovering, maybe spend some XP, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that delay. It's just been a while, and I couldn't remember all of the nuances of that fight. But also, I realized that I hadn't equipped any gear to Suwaku, which probably means I haven't unequipped Wriggle, but that's not really a big issue. Wriggle was only equipped with defense items. What I kind of just equipped Suwaku with was some Spare Cloaks of the Bat and a Fairy Wing. I'm just increasing her speed, because all I want her to do is just mainly just do paralyze things. That's really the only reason I'm using her. She does do good damage. I have plenty of other damage dealers that do a lot better and are a lot more durable than her. Also, one of the Cloaks of Bats was originally belonging to Alice. On a random encounter just moments ago, off camera, I got another Black Onyx. So I've been just passing those around to everyone, just trying to get their stat resistance up. So that's working out for us. So let's go ahead and continue exploring like we were before. Go figure, that's a little cubby hole right there. Also, I couldn't really level up too much, so apparently I apparently did that before before I called it a night the last time I did the recordings. Of course, I kept accidentally leveling up Wriggle, even though I'm not going to use her anymore. As far as skill points, I'm still upping the Meiling's and Remilia's cold and nature resist, because there's another boss that uses cold and nature damage. I do also need to like buff up my character's hit points a lot. I should have probably double the amount of hit points Meiling has right now. Unfortunately, I've been upping other stuff. That's alright. Just means that we're doing pretty good. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to fight the next major boss. That's also optional, but I'll be doing it anyway. I actually have enough SP already. Oops. I was not ready for this. Alright, this is another ghost. This ain't good. Thankfully she opened with magical light. Alright. You don't have enough of anything. Alright. Go ahead and up your speed. We need to swap in some people. So who should I swap in? You. Actually, swap in you. And then you swap yourself in. There we go. Just not breaker, I guess. Okay. Buff her. So yeah, don't use Rumi on this boss. That was probably my biggest mistake. I was wasting a lot of actions, just trying to cast Moonlight, whatever. When I should be doing this. There we go, 17,000 damage. Ow. Okay, next we'll swap in you. You might get paralyzed. Nope. Oh, come on. Bad timing. Oh, died from raw damage, not from the actual instant death. Alright. Who else can I use? Use you. Yeah, there's no real pattern to this boss. It does what it feels like. I mean, usually it opens with that AoE, but it didn't this time. It opened with magical light. Go ahead and do a return to animators. 2,000 damage. Alright. No one to use right now. I think I know what I can do. But I'll deal with that later. Focus. I could have just buffed her again, but I'm not. 5,000 damage. That's a little bit better. Oh, that might kill her. Yep. Oh well. Swap you back in. I need to concentration. Swap in you. Well, looks like we're gonna be taking another trip back. Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting this to happen so soon. Let's try Secret Dolls. Not much better. Alright. Good to know. This spell buffs ISB as well as damage. Oh, killed it. Alright. There you go. Alright, that was another one. I think there's one more. There's 4 total. I remember fighting at least one in our previous videos. And we just fought 2 more, so there's probably one left. But in any case, I just killed off 2 of my characters again, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, welcome back. Just to kind of point out, we fought the ghost right there, and we fought a ghost right here. And I think we fought one somewhere around here, so I don't remember the exact place. If you look at the Touhou wiki site, it does have a map. So there's that. So this time we did a lot better, but we were caught unprepared, so it kind of slowed things down a bit. And that I just been kind of careless about the instant death and the high magic damage. I mean, Yugi didn't die from instant death; she died from straight raw magic damage, which is alright. I mean, it's just how things are. Actually, Brilliant Light Gem probably will kill these things. Oh, cool, I one-shotted it somehow. Sorry for constantly checking the map. I have to, you know, make sure I get all the nooks and crannies. This is just... easy enough. Fortunately, I was actually trying to set up doing Master Spark to show you guys it, but that didn't happen simply because I did the finishing blow. Right now this party has a... I guess our biggest issue really is a lot of our heavy attackers use up a lot of SP, but later on that's gonna become a non-issue. Like once Yomu has a lot of SP saved up, she's just gonna slaughter things. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. But until then, we're just gonna have to deal with it. One moment, adjusting my seat. There we go. This is what I get for sitting on my leg. Alright. do kind of like how the, I've played games where you don't recover anything at all between fights, and I've played games where you always recover everything after every fight. And this game's kind of like a weird balance between the two. Like, you recover all your hit points, but not your SP. Kind of like Cthulhu Saves the World or Breath of Death. But the other thing, though, is the fact that the stamina point system makes it so taking damage in a random encounter still has, you know, repercussions later on. In the way of running out of stamina a lot faster, and then having to constantly backtrack back to town. So unless you want to take a lot of visits, you try to be as efficient as possible in taking out groups of people. So it's kind of an interesting way of taking the game. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, this is the last ghost. Sorry guys, I'm being careless. It's late. I'm doing this kind of late in the night. Alright, so we're back to this again. Instant death? Yeah. Alright. Spell. Buff your speed. The reason I buff tank speed is so I can swap people out faster. In and out as quickly as possible. Alright. What I want to do is not die. Alright. So, put you in. Swap you back in. Sorry, I was a little bit of shuffling there. I at least know she can do damage. Flat tap. This thing seems to have high elemental resist, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stick with doing supernatural phenomenon instead. And hopefully that'll do a lot better. Yeah, 8,000 over 8,000 damage. That's a lot better. Sorry, I'm blanking out a little. How much? Okay. We'll swap you in. Myself. Actually, I could have just done colorful rain. That would have been better. Ow. Luckily, she's resistant to death. Focus you. That should get you back to full. Let's single back. Focus. You go ahead and spear gun here. Ouch, again. Alright, let's swap you back in. Much better. Well, there we go. Third time's the charm for this recording. I think this is a different dialogue. So, ghosts can all be explained by the power of plasma. What? Oh, Plasma Man's fortunes? Why do you always reply to what I say with completely incomprehensible things? So, yeah, I guess that's a different dialogue for the last one. But yeah, that was all 4 of them. So, oh, I did lose one person. Oh, that's right, I lost, Minriko. Well, I'm not worried about Minriko. So, as you probably noticed, I haven't really been giving her any level ups. In fact, she'll probably be the next character that I replace. Simply because I do already have a group healer. I have 2 healers, actually. And a buffer as well, so Minriko I don't really need. She has a lot more efficient heals, though, but once I have more SP, it's not going to be an issue. So, enough rambling. Let's get Marissa. Alright, so yeah, we found all the ghosts. So now I don't have to worry about, like, getting myself killed from, you know, randomly wandering around. It also means I can go ahead and swap out the Ring of Hades for something else. I'll just leave it. Why not? It's not exactly the most efficient gear setup, but at least means I don't have to worry about instant deaths hitting me from random encounters or something. I mean, towards the late game, stat resist isn't as as difficult to fill out, simply because a lot of the items that give high stats also give a lot of stat resist, as well as affinities. Fortunately, affinities you still have to work for. Sorry guys for constantly opening the map. I think that was my third time apologizing. Alright, we're looking good. Just making sure I've explored all the other major sections. Yeah, this bottom left corner is all we have left. I don't know if we've got any more items to pick up. This could just be, you know, exploring for the sake of exploring. But I should have enough stamina points to take care of the rest of this. Fuck you. Doing it all right. Okay. I didn't know Marissa was that fast. Alright. Or rather, I just didn't realize that Marissa's still on the front row. I'll probably also be replacing Marissa, simply because I have a character that does mystic damage already. And that's Rumia. And I'm keeping Rumia, because, you know, besides those ghost fights, she's been doing rather well. And even in like fights where she's not as useful, she can still act. With that buff, that Iku's buff, I can make her into a healer. Not only that, I can make her into a healer that removes debuffs, which is pretty good. There's not very many characters that can remove debuffs in this game. Okay, this area is clear. Go ahead and get this little path down here. Go ahead and do Astral Belt. Yeah, this thing can survive it. Focus. Mountain Breaker. You should be able to just punch it, right? Yep. Alright, all that's clear. Just making sure again. Yeah, we're good to go. I think that's everything. Nope, there's a little bit right there. Good thing I've noticed it. Go ahead and focus. Go ahead and secret dolls. Oh, that's not good. Why did that not work? Storm out out. Will that work? I'm not sure why secret doll didn't work. It should have. Oh, it was. Never mind, I got it backwards. Secret Dolls is magic. So I should have done, the other spell that's physical. Alright, we found an event. It's getting bad. Looks like it's impractical for real battles. They have huge firepower too. It took only one hit and its condition is this bad. Damaku's about power. Yeah. Oh, it's you all again. You made me scream out really weirdly. Damaku's about power. Yes, I already know. So, what's in bad condition? This optical camouflage I was using is in bad shape. What's optical camouflage? Oh, you mean when you suddenly vanished before? So basically, this time you won't get away, and now be good and give up. Funny that you mentioned that. This thing can still work. Again. See you next time. Jeez, she ran away again. Her equipment looks in bad shape, so we'll get her soon. So yeah, we did have the random encounter in a previous video with Nitori, and this is where she appeared. She appeared down here in this corner. So it's a good thing we did do this very thorough search, because we did need to trigger this event for the next floor. So that should be it for floor 8, we are done. The only other thing we haven't done is this event here, which we can't do until we unlock a few more characters. So let's go ahead and... I'll go ahead and go off camera for a moment, and I'll be right back. And welcome back. As you can see, we're back on floor 7, because we have slain all the ghosts. Just a quick reminder, to get to where Komachi is, this is the checkpoint. Go down, left, up, take this teleporter, you'll appear here, and then just loop around. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and talk to Komachi. We're back and beat them. What? Well, the ghost you requested. I asked you to get them, not to... oh well, thanks. That's better than leaving them alone up there anyway. Relax, aren't you? She won't get angry at you? Well, Lady Icky being mad at me is nothing new. I'm just glad it's settled. Well then, see you. Just a minute, our business isn't finished yet. Huh? As it is, there's a lot of things we haven't done and need to do. Asking a favor of us will always lead to this. Uh-oh, there it is. You're demanding I explore with you, all right? Aha, resigned to it, huh? Well, if I help settle this incident, maybe Lady Icky won't be as harsh. And it feels bad not returning a favor either. Okay, I'll go with you all. Positive, aren't you? Being negative is boring. Living positively is the best way to enjoy life. I'm being lectured on how to live life by a Shinigami, huh? Komachi has joined the party. So yeah, we just picked up Komachi. As you can notice, she's very carefree. She's also incredibly lazy. She doesn't like working hard and so forth. So let's go ahead and change some stuff. Equipment. Look up all this junk. We don't need you anymore. Yeah, we really don't need you anymore. So let's go. Not that Minariko's bad. I just simply I'm gonna rely more on Reimu and Rumia for healing and see how that goes. Maybe a bad idea, but who knows? Besides, Komachi's awesome. So let's go ahead and go to here, do some quick leveling. I'll do the rest of the levels off screen. Alright. Now look at her, look over here. This is what her hit points is going to be up to. This is without any hit point, skill ups on this. So, she has more hit points than, Mei Ling, and Mei Ling's my main tank. So that's the benefit of Komachi, is she's a HP sponge. She has tons of hit points. If I gave her skill points into health right now, her hit points would probably go even higher, like pretty insane levels. Oh, I forgot I gotta spend skill points. I'm gonna go ahead and buff her attack because I don't really need another tank. She's also really good for attacking. She is a physical attacker. Let's go ahead and go over stats. As you can see, all of her stats except for attack and hit points are pretty abysmal. Her defense and mine are very low, even as a tank. But she makes up for it by having lots of hit points. So generally, if you want to use her as a tank, your best bet is to go ahead and buff these elemental affinities here, and just try to, you know, make do. But she has 4 attacks. Short life expectancy is a single target non-elemental. It's a physical spell, and it has a small chance of inflicting instant death. Fairy Edge in the Deep Fog is a road target cold element spell. It's physical attack. It has a low chance of inflicting death on enemies. Narrow Confines of Efficy is a multi-target spirit spell. It has very low attack power, but can decrease evasion, which is useless. But has a very weak poison, paralysis, and death effect, and lowers defense, mine, and agility slightly. So yeah, this spell's a massive debuff. It's what makes her a pretty interesting tank as well. And then Scythe that chooses the dead. Scythe that chooses the dead is its strongest attack. It's a single target spirit spell. It does physical damage. It's very high defense piercing, and it has a decent chance of causing instant death. At this point in the game, instant death is not going to affect bosses, so really instant death is really just good for clearing. But in the early game, if you're doing New Game Plus, instant death can really make some of these early fights like Yomu and stuff very easy just by instant killing them. Also makes you kind of a little under level later on, simply because you just rush through the first few floors. But yeah, as you can see, her resistances are pretty good. She's practically immune to death effects. Other than that, nothing too special. She's kind of slow. Her her stamina's alright, though. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try using her. As a tank, she can be really useful simply because instead of being like a character that constantly like heals or, you know, swaps people in and out, she can constantly just spam her debuffs. Like, you know, spams paralysis, poison, and, you know, her defense, mind, and agility debuffs. Which, I mean, defense and mind is great. That means you're lowering the, you're making it easier for your DPS to cause damage. So she's a debuff tank, I guess you can call her. But enough about Komachi. Let's swap you in. And there we go. I'll go ahead and quickly save the game. Journey. Save it. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off here. And when we come back, I will start exploring the next floor. So be right. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Labyrinth of Touhou. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys later.